morning, everyone. Thank you for waiting. I'm Michael from Anker SOLIX. Before we begin, let me ask you something. Have you ever experienced this moment? Late at night, a sudden blackout, the fridge stops, your AC cuts out, and you're wandering around your home with your phone as a flashlight, and you're thinking to yourself, is my food gonna spoil? Is my power gonna be back on by the morning? It's a helpless feeling. We've all been there before. For all these years, Anker SOLIX has been working on one thing, making sure that every family has reliable energy, whether it's the coldest winter night or an unexpected outage. That's our mission, to make energy accessible easily to every family. But on this journey, we kept hitting the same wall, and I call it the backup power dilemma. And you've probably been forced to choose. Generators are proven and long-lasting, but they're loud and they're a hassle to use, and they need constant maintenance. But batteries, they're quiet, they're easy and maintenance-free, but they have a limited runtime and they can't sustain heavy loads for very long. And for years, you've been forced to choose power that lasts or power that's seamless. Why can't you have both? And this question isn't just what we asked ourselves, we actually threw it out to social media. Are batteries finally ready to replace generators? And the response was heated. Thousands of comments, intense arguments, people choosing sides. And the question everyone's been asking when the grid fails, what keeps your home running? Brian's here breaking down the great energy debate.
That's right. Thank you, Michael. You know, backup power is something you don't really think about until you need it. Today, two experts make their case. Anker SOLIX viewers, where do you stand? Team battery or team generator? Drop it in the comments. Making the case for battery systems, renewable energy influencer, Dan.
Hey guys, we're at a turning point. We don't need to hold on to this old tech. It's time for something new.
All right, making the case for generators, energy reliability advocate, Freddie Tavares.
Hey, this is Team Generator, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Generators are the best solution we have right now.
Oh, the stage is set. All right, here's how tonight works. Each speaker has 2 minutes for their opening statement, then 4 minutes for a free debate. You, the audience, decide who wins. And Anker SOLIX will reward 2 lucky viewers from the winning team with a new backup power solution. Dan, you're up.
Okay, great. I love the battery home storage that we have in our home. We have had it for 5 years now, and I thought that I was just getting it for some emergency situation, which it has worked in that situation and it covers it within an instant. But I've also loved having it every single day. Like I probably check my app a little too much to see how much energy did I get from the sun today? How long did the batteries last at night? And it's saving me money on my bills. So the battery technology is great. And even from 5 years ago, the tech is getting better inside of these batteries. But today we're talking about why would you get batteries over generators? And we must talk a little bit about generators, why I don't want a generator at my house. First of all, it's really, really loud. Second, I'm not very handy. I'm a person that doesn't fix things with my hands. And if there was an emergency and the power went down and I needed to go outside and go find this generator, figure out how to turn it on, make sure that I've done my proper maintenance every 6 months on it, and spent the money for the gasoline to put inside of there, everything has to be in the perfect scenario. There's a good chance I'm not even gonna use that. But let's just say that I am using it. A day goes by and it's time to refill this thing with gasoline. In an emergency, whether it's a hurricane or a power outage, if you go down to a gas station, a lot of times there can be huge lines. Back from a hurricane a year ago in Florida, they had 4-hour lines of people just waiting in order to get their fuel because, and even when you get there, the prices could be higher, you can get limited amount. So yes, there's maintenance costs associated with generators. They're not instant power. They're super loud, up to 70 decibels, which is the same as a lawnmower going, or a football game listening to the audience, that's like the same decibels. But with a battery backup, you have instant power. It goes in less than a second. It's just a little bit of a light flicker and bam, all of your essential power is running to your house, your refrigerator, your freezer, your different ACs if you need them to run. I love batteries. They just work. They are the technology of now and the future.
All right, we're being mindful of that clock, and Dan made some really, really good points. All right, now next up, let's hear from Mr. Freddie Tavares.
Well, welcome to the other side of the debate. This is Team Generator. And yes, I do agree that batteries have come a long way in the last, say, 2 decades. But they do have drawbacks, and they're not where we need them to be just yet. Because honestly, if you were to go through a hurricane like I have, because I live in Florida and sometimes we go through hurricanes, there are people in my town that have had power outages for weeks. Now, if you had a battery backup, yeah, you would have had power for maybe half a day, but then you would have had to rely on something like a solar grid, or better yet, a gas generator, because the city uses it, the state uses it. Everybody that has a house that's lit up, where every other house it's pitch black because there's no power, because the infrastructure is damaged, then the gas generator makes a ton of sense. It runs on gasoline, diesel, there's lots of different generator options, and it has something that the batteries won't have for a very long time, and that is energy density. Now, if you were to take the energy from a kilogram of lithium, which is the common element in a lot of these batteries, you'd have about 120 to 200 watt hours of energy. Now, if you did the same thing to a kilogram of gas or diesel, that'd be 12,000, meaning that in order to get the same energy, you'd have to have a mass 60 times the size of what you'd have with a gas or diesel lump. You'd have to have a weight 60 times the gas or diesel equivalent. And that's not even talking about the cost. A good generator would cost you about $1,000 or $2,000. A battery backup is $10,000 to $20,000, which prices a ton of people out of the market. So gas generators are what we use right now, and they are a great solution. We don't need batteries, at least not in the foreseeable future.
Wow, more great points being made. All right, and from both sides for that matter. But now it's time for the free debate round. I'll step back and let our guests go head-to-head, arguing their case with logic and facts.
Let's just say the worst happens and you have a battery backup in your house and you puncture one of your battery packs. So this can cause what's called a thermal event, and that causes a fire that no regular fire extinguisher can put out.
Would you put a gas generator in your garage? I don't think so. And if you do, if an emergency happens, because of safety, you're gonna have to take those, wheel it outside, carry it outside, fill it up in the wind and the rain, trees flying around, whatever's going on at the emergency. And then you've got to turn this thing on. And sadly, from a safety perspective, there were 700 people that died in America last year from carbon monoxide poisoning from generators. It is tragic from a safety perspective. And lithium-ion batteries, the way that they're installed properly into your home and the way that they're constructed from the manufacturers are really strong.
Now, I live in Florida and I've been through several hurricanes. And in the last hurricane, I actually had a lot of people in my city lose power for a matter of weeks. So if you had somebody that had a battery backup, yeah, they would probably have some power for maybe half a day, maybe a day. But after that, they join everybody else in the dark.
But to one of your earlier points that you made during your monologue that I just couldn't get past was when you said, you know, with the backup battery, you know, the grid, when it fails and crashes and goes down, how are you going to get your power for it? Because most people get it from fuel. Well, you're going to get it from the sun, and it's going to work. It's going to be long lasting. It could be a 2, 3, 4 week. And if the infrastructure fails and the trucks aren't getting the gasoline to places, how are you going to get gasoline? Where meanwhile, as long as the sun is shining and you've got batteries, and you don't need the grid. It could be weeks and weeks or months.
Okay,
hopefully it doesn't happen that way.
As long as the sun is shining and you shell out $20,000 to $40,000 for a solar grid. That's like, so if you spend 60 grand, then you're set. Like, I understand this, but it prices people out of the market. Like, a good gas generator is 2 grand, maybe $1,000. You can get something reasonable for most people, for most families. Now, it doesn't have to be an end-all be-all solution. It doesn't have to be the perfect solution, but it is the best solution that works, especially with the energy density. So I don't see the $60,000 dream.
I don't know about the $60,000. I know I didn't pay $60,000 for mine, and we have a very large home. The cost issue, like I get that the initial cost is a bit expensive. It could be a tough pill to swallow, but you could get the smallest battery, and then over time, like 3 years from now, you're like, you know what? Let's get another battery and let's throw it on there. But you're getting daily use out of your batteries. And that's my favorite part about having these batteries at my house, is that I'm saving energy every single month on my bill, and it's bringing those costs down. So short term, it might be looking like a lot of money, but 10, 15 years from now, actually might be less expensive than getting a generator.
I understand. I get, however, this is in times of crisis when you actually need something to run the essential appliances like air conditioners. Air conditioners are something that the smallest battery could not do. Even if you have a solar array, the sun and the solar array does not put out the kind of energy that you need to run a house because, like you said, you have to switch off breakers. Most people aren't going to know what to do. And in order for them to get this smart battery, again, they have to shell out the equivalent of a very nice car. It doesn't make sense to me.
You know, in the past, yes. In the past, people could get home batteries and then all of a sudden the AC kicks on while the battery's running and bam, it flips the breaker to the batteries and the battery doesn't work anymore. But the battery technology has improved so much where it can take high output. It can definitely handle your oven turning on, your AC turning on, these high input that is really, really quick, high speed. They have these turbo speeds. It can go up to really high levels. It can handle it. It's not just an old-fashioned gasoline generator outside on the side of your house that can run your AC. These batteries can do it, and they're doing it. And in 2023, 95% of residential power outages were handled by batteries, not gas generators.
Time is up. Two brilliant minds, two completely different visions of energy's future. Dan, you made a strong case for clean, quiet, sustainable power. Freddie Tavares, you defended reliability and real-world resilience. And I can see from the live votes, this race is tight. So who won the debate? Michael, ready to reveal the results?
Thanks, Brian. And yes, I've been watching those votes climb in real time, and it's been one of the closest debates that we've ever seen. All right, so here are the results. Team Generator is 48%, and Team Battery is 52%. So congratulations to Team Battery, you won by razor-thin margins, and congratulations to those lucky winners who won an E10. With that 4%, it tells us that it wasn't a landslide, it was a split decision. And that's because the truth is, both sides are right. And the problem isn't choosing sides. The problem is that you've been forced to choose at all. So tonight, I want to ask a different question. Not which is better, but what if you could have both? What if a backup system could run for weeks like a generator, but it could charge from the sun just like a battery? And what if it didn't just protect you from outages, but it actually saved you money every single day? So we built something that refuses to compromise. Welcome to the world's first smart hybrid whole home backup solution. Welcome to Anker SOLIX E10. Infinite power, uncompromised living. So here's what E10 is. It's a battery, a generator, and solar, all three working together in one smart hybrid solution, which gives you three things that no other system can deliver. Infinite power, never run out, ever. Whole home power, every appliance, every room, all at once, in a worry-free experience. You install it, you forget it, it just works. Now let me show you how infinite actually works. Because infinite backup are two words that we don't use lightly. But when you combine three energy sources, the battery, the solar, and the smart generator, and you build them all to work together seamlessly, infinite, it's not just marketing, it's engineering. So let me walk you through how this works. So imagine a worst case scenario. A hurricane hits. Your power is not just out for hours, it's out for weeks. This is where you need more than just one source of energy. You need three sources. So one source is your scalable battery storage. Your E10, your battery pack will give you 6 kilowatt hours, which is enough for a full day of power for an average home. You can add more, all the way up to 15 potential days of backup. As your family grows and your needs change, your system can grow with you. But what happens when the battery runs low? That's where the second source comes in, solar power. You can have up to 27 kilowatts of solar input capacity on your E10 battery. That's a tremendous amount of recharge power. During the day, it recharges your batteries and powers your home all from the sun. At night, you are still running on solar using the energy stored during the day. So I know what you're thinking. What about storms or winter or cloudy days? And that's a great question. And that's why we built the third layer. And the third source is the smart generator. And here's the scenario that solar can't solve. Your battery's drained, you have storm clouds overhead, so solar isn't available to charge. And this is where you need the ultimate safety net. Our smart generator works in a different way, which we call range extended technology. Instead of powering your home directly, it charges the battery, so you get peak efficiency and no wasted fuel, no power fluctuations. And the result is 5 times longer backup with the same fuel source. And you're not just limited to one type of fuel either. You can use propane, natural gas, or gasoline, whatever you have on hand. Now I know that sounds almost too good to be true, so let me show you exactly how this range extended technology works. And that's how we turned fuel efficiency into a competitive advantage. So now that you understand the 3 sources, battery for instantaneous power, solar for free renewable energy, and the generator for infinite backup when you need it most, 3 layers of protection all seamlessly integrated into one hybrid whole home backup solution. This is E10's infinite backup. Pop quiz. What is the hardest appliance to start in your home? It's the central AC unit. And here's why. Think about trying to push a stopped car. It takes a lot of energy to get the car to move, and once it's moving, it gets a lot easier to keep it moving. Air conditioners work the same way. Startup requires 10 times more power than running smoothly. That's startup surge. We call it LRA. It's the killer of most backup systems. Almost all portable generators and power stations, they can't even handle a 3-ton central AC unit. They simply don't have enough power to get it started. And the typical home here in America, well, we have 5-ton AC units with a LRA of 155. But the Anker SOLIX E10 handles it without a sweat. 1 unit plus 2 battery packs, that's all it takes for a 5-ton AC. Need both a 5-ton and a 3-ton. Dual units with an LRA of 275 can handle it easily. But that is just the start. Let me show you what E10 can really do. Here is what makes E10 different: 10 kilowatts of turbo output. Not for 5 minutes, not for 10 minutes. It's for up to 90 minutes. We studied real American families. Peak power demand doesn't last all day. It happens in short bursts during meal prep, laundry cycles, morning routines. Most of these windows under 60 minutes. That is why 10 kilowatts for 90 minutes is the smart design, delivering high power when you actually need it, without forcing you to pay for capacity you'll rarely use. Smart power, smart investment. We give you the right power at the right time. Now, let me show you what that 10 kilowatts can power. So this is what whole home power actually looks like. Take a single E10, it gets you 10 kilowatts. That's enough to power all your essential living needs. Things like your central AC, your refrigerator, your lights and your Wi-Fi, even your well pump. Everything that keeps your daily life running smoothly. And if you need more power, you just scale up. 3 E10 sets give you 30 kilowatts of continuous power. Now you can power even more powerful central ACs, water heaters, dryers, pool pumps, whatever it may be. You can have them all powered at once. It's no longer just choosing which appliance matters most or shutting off one thing in order to turn on another. Your entire home living exactly like you're used to. That is whole home power. So the E10, it has the power and it can handle the whole home. Now let's talk about what happens when the grid goes down. Most backup systems, they have a gap. Standby generators can take up to 20 seconds to start, and that is more than enough time for your Wi-Fi to drop or your phone call to drop as well. Portable generators, you have to drag them out of the garage out into the storm, but not with the E10. There is no gap, there's no interruption. 20 milliseconds. That's how fast it takes the E10 to switch from grid power into backup mode with our power dock. So what does 20 milliseconds feel like? Well, it takes you only 300 to 400 milliseconds to blink. And the E10 switches 15 times faster than you can blink. So before your brain even registers that the grid went down, the E10's already taken over. Your Wi-Fi never dropped, your video call never disconnected, your lights never even flickered, your family didn't even notice. And that's what worry-free means. But worry-free doesn't just start when the power goes out. It starts from how easy the system is to set up. And the E10, it's built for the real world, wherever you need it. Wall-mounted, floor-mounted, indoor, outdoor. It's fully weatherproof, and it operates from -4 degrees Fahrenheit all the way up to 131 degrees Fahrenheit. Rain, snow, extreme heat, even flooding, the E10, it can handle it all. Also, the E10, it's designed incredibly simple. Battery packs, just stack them. There's no wiring needed. Transfer switch or a panel connection, it's plug and play. And last but not least, the Anker SOLIX provides installation tech support through a hotline, guidelines, and videos, or a full professional installation service with verified electricians that we vetted ourselves. Simple to install, built to last anywhere. That's worry-free from day one. And here's where the E10 gets really smart. Most backup systems, they just sit there. They're waiting for the power to go out. But the E10, it thinks ahead. We have 2 features that change absolutely everything. Storm Guard. It monitors the weather forecasts in your area, and it will respond when it gets a severe weather alert, and it will start charging your E10 up to 100%. You don't have to do anything. The system prepares itself. And we have smart load management, so you can decide what 12 essential intelligent circuits that you want to control. If your battery starts to run low, you can shed them and extend the range and runtime of your battery. All from your phone. It's managed automatically and intelligently. And that is true worry-free. Okay, so I've covered a lot, but don't just take my word for it. Let's hear from some people who have already been living with the E10.
Thanks to the Anker SOLIX E10, my heat is completely powered.
This right here, the Anker SOLIX E10 hybrid system is one of the best home backup systems that you can get.
That is truly impressive.
That is incredibly impressive.
Maybe the best.
It's easily the most hands-off backup power system that I've ever worked with. Anker SOLIX has been kind of a leader in the software space for a while for power solutions. They just do software really well.
Anywhere in the world, and you could actually remotely turn on or off any breaker whenever you want.
You're off grid now, right?
Yeah, I haven't had to import any power from SDG&E in the last 10 days.
My home could run for 3 or 4 hours just on the batteries alone.
But come on, you didn't pay for our solar panels, you didn't pay for the sun, but we're just giving you all this stuff. I get that you have infrastructure costs. You should take a portion of it.
Thank you to those users who shared those stories. So we've talked about what the E10 does during power outages, but there's one more thing that I haven't told you yet. The other 99% of the time when the grid is working fine, the E10 can be quietly saving you hundreds of dollars every single month. But let me show you how. Take a look at this. A real user from California who installed the E10 this past November. Same month from 2024, before the E10 was installed, he was buying 1,583 kilowatt hours a month from his utility. 1 year later, November 2025, with the E10 installed, only 486 kilowatt hours a month from the utility. That's almost a 70% reduction. That is what the E10 can do. And here's the best part. This isn't even a special case. In sunny summer months, you could actually get your bills all the way down to $0. That's right, $0. It stores your extra solar power for later use, and if you have time of use pricing, it charges when electricity is cheap, at night or off peak, and it powers your home when the rates spike during the day. This intelligent charging can also come from our smart inlet box delivering auto transfer system capabilities at standard inlet box pricing. With or without solar, the E10 helps you avoid those peak rates and cut your bills. Most backup systems, they'll sit idle for 99% of the time, but the E10 works every single day, cutting bills and paying for itself. That is uncompromised value. So let's bring it all together. The E10 is built on 5 core values: infinite backup with our battery, solar and smart generator whole home power to start all appliances, including your central AC, a worry-free experience that allows you to set it and forget it, you have smart power control than ever before, and last but not least, reducing your daily electricity bills incredibly. This is the Anker SOLIX E10. A product this powerful deserves a powerful voice. Someone who understands what it means to deliver under pressure and someone who embodies the spirit of the E10. So today, we're proud to partner with a champion, a quarterback who's always delivered under pressure. Troy Aikman, 3-time Super Bowl champion, NFL Hall of Famer, and the quarterback who led the Dallas Cowboys to victory by reading the game, making the call, and executing flawlessly. And that's exactly what the E10 will do for your home. It reads the grid, it will then make the call, and it executes instantly. But let's hear from Troy himself.
Hi, I'm Troy Aikman. I'm proud to be a brand ambassador to Anker SOLIX, and I'm really excited to be sharing this journey with you. Someone who lives in Texas and has been through power outages, I understand how unpredictable the weather can be, certainly in Texas, and I think it's important to have reliable backup power, and Anker SOLIX provides that for me. We're bringing Anker SOLIX industry-leading backup power to more families, so everybody can have reliable energy and peace of mind. We just wrapped a really cool commercial, and we've got a lot of fun stuff in the works. Stay tuned, some exciting things are coming.
Thanks, Troy. Troy built his legacy on one thing, never letting his team down when it mattered, and that is exactly what we built the E10 to do for your family. So now you've seen what the E10 can do, you've heard from real users, and you've even heard from Troy himself. So now let's talk about what you really want to know. When can you get one, and what does it cost? So here's the answer. The E10 is available with an early bird special starting today, and we've designed pricing to match how you want to build your system. So option 1, we have the E10 base system, which is everything you need for $4,299. Option 2 is the E10 in the smart inlet box. This is the smart option for manual backup and helping with your bill saving for $4,599. Option 3 is the E10 plus the power dock, where you get our seamless 20 millisecond switchover time for $5,799. And finally, option 4, the complete hybrid system. That's the E10 smart generator and power dock, all combined into the ultimate infinite power solution for $7,399. Or you can build your own system by visiting ankersolix.com or Amazon, and you can customize your perfect setup for your home. You can mix battery packs, choose the transfer switch, even add solar. It's your home, you can do it your way. Now, here's something special for our early supporters. If you pre-order before February 4th, you reserve your E10 for just $10. That $10 reservation gives you $500 off your final purchase, plus an exclusive launch bundle worth hundreds more. And solar accessories, premium charging cables, and even limited edition Troy Aikman collectibles. And more. $10, over $500 savings and gifts. And you get to be among the first to own the future of home energy. Pre-orders are open now at ankersolix.com. And at Anker SOLIX, we have a vision to make sustainable energy easily accessible to every family in the world, not just the wealthy and not just the tech savvy, but every family. And for too long, the industry has made that impossible. Backup power has been expensive, it's been complicated, and it's been full of compromises. But the E10 is how we make that vision real, by refusing to choose and by combining all 3 energy sources into one intelligent system. We didn't just create the E10 so you could survive. We created it so that you could live on your own terms, no matter what. Thank you for believing in a better energy future, and don't wait for the next blackout to wish that you acted. E10 is available for pre-order right now at ankersolix.com, and we cannot wait to power your home. Thank you.